I know we all hear a ton about Big Pharma, right? And the thing I want to say about Big Pharma is like the leaders. So I'm not going to say that everybody who's a part of Big Pharma understands what's going on, right? Like, I want you to think about school. Like somebody who goes to school to be in the medical field. They like truly believe that they're helping people with medications or helping people with the treatments that they give, right? Like those people are actually good people. But the leaders, the people at the top of Big Pharma, do not give a fuck about human beings. And I'm going to tell you why. So, as most of you guys know, if you're new to the channel, you probably don't know, but I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, bipolar, right? And mainly I want to talk about depression and anxiety. Somebody getting a medication to treat depression or anxiety doesn't do anything for the depression or the anxiety, right? Because once you get put on the medication, you are now numb. So those emotions, the thoughts that you were trying to work through that caused the depression and anxiety, they almost go away. So now you can't do the work to actually get yourself to a good place, right? Because all depression is spending too much time in the past. All anxiety is you're spending too much time in the future, right? So if you don't learn how to navigate your mind, you don't learn how to acquire tools to navigate your mind, then you never truly get to fix a problem. So it stays a problem. And guess what happens once you remove the medication? It comes right back. All the issues that you had before you got put on the medication come right back, right? So the only way for you to truly solve the problem is to like sit in it and learn to find solutions for these things that you're doing to yourself in your mind. But Big Pharma understands that, but they also understand that people want a quick fix. So guess what? They come up with medications that once you take them, you like almost instantly feel better. When if you were to do the actual internal work, the work in your mind to be able to get yourself to feel better, it's going to take longer than medication. So Big Pharma capitalizes on the fact that people want a quick fix. So now that's where medications come into play. And my issue with that is that they're treating a symptom. Treating a symptom is like trying to cut down a whole tree by just cutting the branch. That's not how it works. If you want to cut the tree down, or if you want to like kill a tree, you got to remove it from the ground. You got to like pull the roots out. And it's the same thing with anxiety and depression. You got to get to the root cause, which is your mind. Your mind is putting you in those states. What you're consuming is putting you in those states. So if you're just taking medication, it's like what I was saying, trying to cut a tree down by just cutting the branch. It's a symptom, it's not the actual root cause. So you'll just stay on these medications either forever, or you'll come off them, everything will come back, all the emotions, all the feelings, all the thoughts, and you're better off just learning to work your way through them, or finding somebody who knows how to navigate this stuff. Like I got myself out of that space, and I was very present as I was doing it. So that's why I now teach people how to get out of those places and how to navigate their mind and use it as a powerful tool that it is, rather than using it in a negative way. Because our mind operates a certain way, right? Like we're habitual creatures. So if you habitually think about the past, if you habitually think about the future, you'll be depressed and anxious. But if you habitually, instead of using your mind to think about the past, which are memories, if you use your mind to, instead of thinking about the past, start thinking about new things, like things you want to happen in your life, guess what? You'll start to create a new life. And now you don't have to live anxious. Now you don't have to live depressed, because you're constantly putting yourself in a state of like gratitude. And then also you're seeing new images with your mind's eye. And it just creates a better life because you're actually happy, you're excited. And the last thing I wanted to bring up is, for a while I was in this headspace that there is no such thing as good and evil, like we just conjure up bullshit in our mind. If you think that, you're very, very naive. There is good in the world and there is evil in the world. And it's not like you really see that unless you actually see people like physically getting in a fight, or if you see some crazy stuff happening on the news, like, oh, okay, like this is evil versus good, right? The majority of it is like disguised and you don't notice it. But an industry like Big Pharma is evil. I don't care what anybody says. And this is why I say that. There was a man, I don't remember the dude's name, but you could look up man who bought like medication patent for $13.75 and jacked the price up to $750. Yes, a man did that. So this is what happened. This dude worked for like a hedge fund. He saw that this medication was cheap and that somebody was selling the patent or whatever, the ownership of the medication, right? Somebody was selling it and he had the money to buy it. So he bought it. And he saw that the medication was being used more and more and more. It started to become more popular. So over time, this dude took the price, which was $13.75, right? I'm pretty sure that's what hospitals were paying for it, or like pharmacies, whatever. That's what they were paying per bottle of the medication. So he took that price over like 2 or 3 years, I think it was, because it was becoming more popular, and jacked it up from $13.75 to $750. How is that allowed? How does an industry that is so-called good, how is there not laws against somebody doing something evil as fuck like that? Like profiting off of people using this medication. Like, think about that. Big Pharma is profiting off of you wanting a quick fix, and also like profiting off of like not even fully solving the problem. That's evil. Like what I want you guys to understand, right? You may say, oh, coaches do that too, right? No, they don't. The whole point of like getting a coach, or the whole point of like working with a mentor, is like for them to give you the knowledge that they have, and eventually not even have to work with them, because you're in a place where you don't have to. And if you continue working with them, it's because you continue to see them grow and you continue to want the information that they have. You continue to want to have them help you continue to grow. With something like Big Pharma, they give you this medication and you just stay there. You like if you don't start to wake up, you're just going to stay on the medication the rest of your life. And they'll continue to profit on the fact that you wanted this quick fix literally for your whole life till you die. All big, like, you can look at it this way too, right? Like, All they want to do is keep you alive. Keep you alive so they can keep making money off of you. They don't actually want to help you. They don't actually want to give you a true solution to the problem or truly help you heal. And if in the back of your head you're like, oh, this is a bunch of hoopla, I've been there. Give it time and just like stop taking other people's word for things, even mine, right? Go look out in the world. Go like really pay attention and like kind of analyze things, and you'll start to see things in a different light. So long as like you're actually thinking for yourself. So I don't want to just come on here and make it seem like I'm just complaining and trying to make you guys fearful of big pharma, right? Most people who get on medications, they just want a solution. They want a fix. They want transformation. They don't want to stay living like that for the rest of their life, right? And where the true healing and transformation will come from is, like I said earlier in the video, is you learning to navigate your mind, but then also a massive piece of it is food. Like all these processed foods, all these foods with sugar, like we're not supposed to be eating that stuff. And it messes our bodies up like big time. So where the true healing is learning food, learning to navigate your mind. Self-mastery, basically. So if you truly want to heal depression, if you truly want to heal anxiety, that's the route you need to take. Fitness, nutrition, learn to navigate your mind. It's the only way that you're going to get true, like lasting change and transformation. I don't care what anybody else tells you, that's the only way you're going to get it. And for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is the same thing as my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. I literally like give away my program in my stories. I'm basically coaching in my stories. I'm showing what I eat. I'm showing what my day looks like. You guys can follow me and follow along and see how you feel. See how your body feels. See how your mind feels. Give it a try. But if this video helped you, gave you some guidance, gave you some things you didn't know or understand, like, send it to somebody. The whole point of this stuff is to help not just one person. Like, it's cool to help one person, but like, I want to help the masses. So if you know somebody who may be struggling with depression, with anxiety, send this to them. Help them out. Leave a comment. Let me know what helped you, what didn't help you, so I can make more videos on what actually helped you. But I'll be back with another video on Friday. Deuces.